We're sitting here this morning with Dr. Roger Joe from Yale. Welcome.
Thank you.
Dr. Joe is a psychiatrist and a researcher at Yale Child Study Clinic, and you've been there for the past 20 years.
Yeah, I've been at Yale for, since 2004.
2004.
So I started as an intern.
As an intern. That's
Yeah.
amazing. And now I know you're also the lead investigator for Spark at Yale, and you're this year's Northern Lights sponsor for our Water Lantern celebration. So thank you for being our primary
pleasure.
sponsor.
My pleasure.
Tell us more about Spark at Yale and how folks can be connected.
Spark has been around for several years, so already the study has had a lot of momentum across the United States, and people who are on the spectrum and their family members participating. So tens of thousands of people have already participated across the United States. It is primarily, at least at this point, the focus is the saliva samples, which is used for the genetics part of the study. But that's not all that Spark is. It's actually when you join, when you enter a community of researchers, and families and other folks who are on the spectrum, and you sort of become involved in the research process. So it's not so much of a one and done type of ordeal, unless you wanted to, but there's continued invitation, engagement in the projects or the evolving or the current projects that are existing. So folks who are in the community can really participate in research, but also they have an influence on how the research is, what kind of research is done, and the answers that are asked, and certainly some of the questions that are thought to be important. So that was sort of a break from the old model, whereas you had folks who were sort of in the ivory tower trying to come up with questions. Then you have people in the community, and this really tries to bridge the gap. So I think one of the most exciting things is that people in the community actually can shape the research and the future of the research. That's I think one of the more exciting things about it. Also with genetics, and I should really emphasize that Spark is not a study that's looking for a cure for autism in any way, shape, or form. And I'd like to emphasize that because that's one of the common misconceptions that I hear. It's also not looking for testing, for genetic tests to diagnose. So,
is there anything I didn't ask you or that you'd like to add about Spark and your collaboration with us before we have to go?
Spark is, there's a lot to Spark, certainly much more than that we could actually fit in an interview like this. But what we would like to offer is webinars or workshops for your community, to help them learn more about it and see if it makes sense for them to join us.
Yeah, so thank you again for joining us, and we'll be seeing you when you drop off all those lanterns.
Looking forward to it.
Okay.
Thanks, Jane.
Take care. Yep.